Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Brendan with EVOQ Bike. So I have a new athlete. We've been working together for the end of his crit season, getting ready for cross, and I was really encouraging him to consider getting into the gym this off season, and we're actually starting some adaptation workouts now. And this podcast, if you're dead set sold that nope, I don't want to do the gym, I don't want to get stronger, and I'm not saying that as like a tongue in cheek, like you're choosing to not get stronger, but lifting weights and working out in the gym adds muscle, adds the things to our body that allows us to push pedals very hard. If you're not into it, I'm not here to sell you on it. If you're on the fence, though, I want to encourage you to get in the gym. And here's this guy's comments, and then someone else's comments made me realize where I was at years ago before I'd started lifting. This guy said, man, I already feel like my glutes and hamstrings are working in a different way. I'm really excited to see what happens when I really get into lifting. And that's what I said in my comment to him. I said, man, just wait until next spring. Once you've gone through, body weight workouts, lifting light to get your body ready to be able to lift, and then going in and doing specific things for us as getting stronger as cyclists. But I truly believe as you getting stronger as just a human being, I don't like the term game changer because it's corny, but it is so true. Everyone that commits to going to the gym and spending time working out and lifting always tells me, I feel like I have another gear. Things get hard and I can just dig deep and muscle through this. The amount of force that you produce lifting weights is so much more than what you can do by riding on a bicycle. So doing some of these big gear efforts to lift weights, it's not the same. Those are good for certain people. It is not the same as lifting. I have done probably 5 different lifting programs now, full on, everything from basing off 1 rep max. I did not like that program. And that was 10 years ago that I did that. It actually what got me out of lifting for a couple of years because I messed up my form a couple times and I was a super noob. It was just not a good program recommended to me for where I was at in my lifting life. I did try Matt's RPE. The thing with RPE for me, it was really hard to gauge. I really like the idea, and I think the simplicity of it was not simple for me. Maybe I was overthinking it, but I need to go in and know how much weight I lifted last week. What am I trying to lift this week? And I think you can really safely do that as long as you're always thinking, I want to leave 2 reps in the tank. You don't want to be like and almost collapsing. I think that's when you're going to get injured. That's what power lifters and true weightlifters are going to be going to do. So what I want to do is, so this guy said that. Another athlete said to me, the biggest problem is, I'm a Cat 2 roadie and I feel like a Cat 7 weightlifter. I go in the gym and I don't know what to do. And I said, well, man, I've put together all these things online. He's like, yeah, but he's like, it's similar to what you're doing with these guides that you're creating. You have a lot of information out there, but I'll be honest, I have to dig through. I have to set up my own program. It's kind of a pain in the ass, just do it for me. Like, oh my God. So what I'm trying to do is, okay, well, the problem with that is I cycle exercises and workouts and I, mix things up. So there's variety. And I had to stop lifting because of COVID in May. And to be honest, I stopped lifting probably at the end of March because I was riding too much. I was riding really well. And the reason I stopped lifting was when in Florida, and this is a stupid excuse, but you have to ride very early or you're going to be in traffic. And when I was doing intervals, I'd get up, I'd do the intervals, I'd come back. I was making these interval rides 4 hours, which was too long. And then I'd be too tired to go to the gym. It wasn't safe for me to be lifting heavy. So I'm like, whatever, I'm riding well, I'm going to not do it. So I had probably a month where I wasn't doing it. And I was thinking I would do it in North Carolina. Well, if you followed me on Instagram, I didn't get to North Carolina when I expected. And then I got COVID. I got really sick, was out of it. And I really don't feel like I've been back at it until August. But I started lifting in the end of June, beginning of June. It's been a couple months. Started doing super lightweight again, got back into it, and now my squats only up to 180. I'm deadlifting similar. I'm going slow. I'm taking it easy. I'm playing the long game here. And I've been using an app that will help me put templates together and track the workouts, and I can export these. So now I'm like, okay, this actually might not be impossible to show people things that I think work well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together, I think in Training Peaks, probably a calendar where you have your adaptation workouts and then you have your strength workouts. I'm going to put together a guide of how we can lay these out and how you can progress. And maybe, man, I'm asking myself to do a lot of work right now. I might talk through the different programs that I've done of like basing things off 1 rep max, using RPE, using GZCLP. What was the other one I did? Maybe it was only 4. But this blend of them, I'm taking a little bit from, I did strong lifts 5x5. I'm taking a little bit from the lift 1 heavy, lift, so 5x3, let's say, do 1 medium, so you get more reps in, 3x10, and then tertiary exercises where you're doing like 3x15 and you're only increasing weight when you can do 25 reps in the last one. You're not going to gain size from doing this. You're going to gain strength, which is what you want. And proof is in the pudding. I squatted yesterday and went out after there's this KOM here. It was 4:47. It is, 4 minutes and 47 seconds long was the KOM. It is a kicker up on the Blue Ridge Parkway where a group ride finishes. And I thought I would never have a chance at this KOM because when you're by yourself, you just don't have that motivation. It's that extra drive when you're chasing someone. It's like a race, right? And so I lifted. I felt really good at the squat rack. I was like, I'm going to go and try and just crush this thing. And I said, I just need to keep it. If I want any chance, I just have to stay above 500 the entire time. And I've done 500 for 5 minutes. So I figured, okay, this is a good goal. That the pacing part is it kicks up to about 7 to 9%. I can't remember exactly what it was. You curve around, it goes up, and that's where you're going to make up some time. And I jumped ahead probably by 3 or 4 seconds because I stood up a few times. I've been doing the arms, getting my arms strong. And I really believe that cranking is you can do it so much longer out of the saddle when you've been lifting. 440. And I did 513 watts for that 447. I'm so stupid. I should have kept going, and I might have set a new PR for 5 minutes. I wasn't even thinking about it. But hey, at least I know I've got that in the tank. And lifting. I'm not here to convince you, but if you're on the fence, I'm here to nudge you. Like, do what you want to do. But I am dead set on, I had my head set on, I got to ride 20 hours a week. I'm going to take 3 hours a week and be lifting, and I will definitely be lifting. I'm not sure what I'm going to do during race season. I haven't come to that yet, but potentiation and one-off efforts, the lifting definitely helps. I don't know if I would lift maybe I would do Tuesday and Wednesday and give myself 2 days to recover before race, or maybe I would just lift. I don't know. That all depends what I do with racing this year. I'm kind of up in the air of what I'm going to do. And maybe I'll talk about that more in personal podcasts. It doesn't really affect you. So good luck with your training. Really, seriously, get in the gym. You're going to make so many gains. But just like cycling, you got to do it, right? You have to commit to doing it. So find a gym that's not too far from you. You can start with some weights at home if you want to do that. But I would encourage you to get in the routine of going to the gym. Try and find one that's within a 15, 20-minute drive. Get your podcast going. Listen to some books. Learn something. It is worth your time and effort. And I will get something together in Training Peaks, and we'll go from there. See ya.